Greetings. Department of Chemistry, SRMIST welcomes you. Chemistry Department, SRMIST has 52 faculty members with doctoral degree. Department of Chemistry, SRMIST is supported by DST FIST with a total outlay of 146 lakhs during the years 2015 to 2020. Also, external funds from several government agencies like DST SCRB, Fast Track, ECRA, EMR projects with a total outlay of 650 lakhs has been received by various faculty members. The department offers PhD, MSc, BSc and BTech programs in chemistry. Chemistry department aims to carry out cutting-edge research in frontier areas of chemical sciences and train students to develop critical analysis and problem-solving skills. Moreover, chemistry department has modern labs fully equipped with advanced instruments for teaching and research-related activities. The list of key equipments are shown here, which are widely being used to characterize and measure the diverse properties of the materials. The next part highlights video recordings of few advanced equipment facilities.
Is inert atmosphere glove box system. As the name suggests, this equipment is used to do or carry out chemical reactions or store chemicals where you need to have inert atmosphere conditions, meaning that there should be no moisture or oxygen. As you can see, we have kept many chemicals inside this, and you can also see that the ppm levels of this glove box is below 1 ppm. We have a dual chamber closed loop circulation and purification system which helps to maintain the oxygen and moisture ppm below 1 ppm. As you can see, we have 8 glove ports, which means that we can have 4 people work in the glove box simultaneously. You can also see that inside the glove box we have a weighing machine, we have a hot plate stirrer, we have a spin coater which is used to do fabrication of thin films from 20 nanometer to 100 nanometer range. You can see the carrier gas for this glove box is generally nitrogen or argon, which is used to flush the box all the time. And this glove box is primarily used to do or fabricate lithium-ion batteries or organic and perovskite solar cells, which require very low moisture and oxygen condition during the fabrication.
It is a biopotentiostat dedicated as a biosensor tester from CH Instruments USA. The model is CHI760E. This instrument is enabled with different techniques such as cyclic voltammetry, linear sweep voltammetry, square wave voltammetry, differential pulse voltammetry, amperometric IT curve, staircase voltammetry, chronoamperometry and chronopotentiometry. These techniques are widely used for the different applications such as catalysis, electrocatalysis, photocatalysis, photoelectrocatalysis, chemical sensing, biosensing, energy storage, solar energy conversion and environmental remediation. Here we study the chemical response of a system to an electrical stimulation. For example, thorough understanding of various electrochemical reactions. Thus, we get information about the concentration, kinetics, reaction mechanism, chemical status and other behavior of species in the solution. We can also study the heterogeneous charge transfer processes in various electrochemical reactions. It is a battery cycler from Biologic USA. The model is BCS810. It is a battery tester module composed of 8 independent channels allowing simultaneous current and voltage measurements with 18-bit resolution. It has a potential range of -10 volt to +10 volt with a current limit up to 1.5 ampere per channel. It is a powerful and flexible equipment for battery cycling with electrochemical impedance spectroscopy capability. This is an electrochemical workstation from Autolab Instruments. Model is M204. It is a multi-channel potentiostat galvanostat which allows parallel measurements. It could perform all kinds of electrochemical measurements including cyclic voltammetry, galvanostatic charging and discharging, electrochemical impedance spectroscopy, etc. It has a potential range from -10 to +10 volt with current limit of 250 mA. It provides several techniques such as cyclic voltammetry, linear sweep voltammetry, differential pulse voltammetry, square wave voltammetry, chronoamperometry, impedance spectroscopy, etc. It has Windows-based software with integrated digital CV simulator and electrochemical impedance simulation and fitting program. These features provide powerful tools for understanding of reaction kinetics, trace level analysis, fundamental research, corrosion, energy conversion and storage studies.
Mass spectrometry, so we used to call it HRMS. So the instrument made Agilent Technologies USA, and this is 6230 TOF LCMS. So this have both LC and mass spectrometry. So liquid chromatography and mass spectrometry. And this is HRMS is a powerful analytical separation technique with mass spectrometry. So we can get the details about what are all the components is there in our mixture of our reaction mixture or mixture of components. So here the main thing is this is like a manual injector. So this manually we can inject the sample and it will go inside and it will get the ionization. So then we can get here positive, negative as well as the neutral components. And the main function here, the sample injection, and the second one ionization, the third one fragmentation, then the fourth, then the ion travels through the water pole and time flight tube and reach the detector. Then the mass range, so 50 to 3200 AMU. The resolution we can go up to 40,000 FWHM. Then the high mass accuracy we can go up to 1 ppm. Then high sensitivity, and the ionization method we are using here is API. Then ESI positive and negative, and APCI positive and negative. The direct infusion mass analysis MS. What are all the applications? If you see, we can go the impurity profiling and metabolic identification, then pharmacokinetics, and we can do the proteomics. The approximate cost of this equipment is around 90 lakhs. The brand is IR Tracer 100 from Siemens. So this is IR spectroscopy. We have the compounds. The step 1, we can place the sample in FTIR spectrometer. Then the spectrometer detects the beam of IR at the sample and measures how much of the beam and at which frequencies the sample absorbs. Step 2, the reference database houses thousands of spectra, so samples can be identified. So FTIR offers quantitative as well as qualitative analysis for organic and inorganic samples. This technique measures the absorbance of infrared radiation by the sample material versus wavelength. FTIR identifies chemical bonds in a molecule by producing an infrared absorbance spectrum. So the approximate cost for this equipment 22 lakhs. Name of this equipment, gas chromatography. We used to call GC, and this is from Agilent GC7820A, and the column O1 dimension here is 28.0 into 30.5 into 16.5 cm. Operating temperature 8 degrees centigrade, above ambient to 425 degrees centigrade. Inlets ESP pressure set point and control precision to 0.01 psi or 0.069 kPa. Packed column EPR 400 degrees centigrade maximum operating temperature, maximum flow greater than 100 ml per minute. FID and TCD detectors 425 degrees centigrade to 400 degrees centigrade. Maximum data rate 100 Hz. Linear dynamic range 105 plus or minus 10%. Data communications, 1 analog output channel, 1 MV, 1V and 10V output. Applications, so GC with flame ionization detector is used for the qualitative and quantitative analysis of low polarity compounds. The number of components in a sample is determined by the number of peaks. The amount of a component in a sample is determined by the area under the peak. the identity of the component is determined by the retention time. The GC with thermal conductance detector TCD is used to analyze inorganic gases, argon, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, etc. and small hydrocarbon molecules. In general, this technique can be used for analytical chemistry, biochemistry, petrochemical, environmental monitoring, etc.
The name of the equipment is AutoSolve IQ Automated Gas Option Analyzer for measuring surface area, pore size, chemisorption for porous solids. This instrument has been designed to be most flexible, handy and customizable gas option analyzer. Porous solids like activated carbon, graphene materials, metal organic framework and silica can be studied using this equipment. The instrumentation includes 4 degassing ports and philsorption devar and elevator and philsorption models like temperature programmed desorption, oxidation respectively. So here you can see we have a standard sample where the devar is being there, and you can also see the sample which is being measured is kept here in this quartz tube or glass tube, and a standard sample is here which measures as a reference, and compared to that how much the sample is being absorbed can be measured using this equipment. Usually the units for this surface area and other things will be meters square per gram. Along with we can get pore size, pore volume respectively. The cost of this equipment is nearly 49 lakhs. We are going to discuss about X-ray diffractometer or XRD, which is also called as. So here it is our XRD or EXRD is most widely used for identification of crystalline materials. X-ray diffraction is a rapid analytical technique which is primarily used for phase identification, orientation of crystals, structural properties, atomic arrangements and phase composition of crystalline materials. So these are the control features for the X-ray diffraction. One is powder, one we can switch on the power and where it can be off, or the other illustrations where we can use the current as well as the voltage properties here. And here we will mount the sample at the center where we have the goniometer, and X-rays will be hitting from the copper tube, and then it falls on the sample, and then the corresponding reflections will be collected by the diffractometer, okay, on the other side of the earth. The total cost of this equipment is close to 53 lakhs. From Atom Park, this system masters high temperature and provides comprehensive reaction control features. This is same like microwave one, but you have got reaction chambers like this, where you can do the reactions using a Teflon containers. The wide range of accessories allows new material design, digestion, solvent extraction and drying with one particular system. The cost of the equipment is nearly 18 lakhs. The broad specifications of this equipment include magnetron power of 1800 watt, temperature ranging from room temperature to 300 degrees, and with the infrared temperature sensor control, with the Teflon containers, and the operating pressure ranges from 10 to 12 bar.
You can also call it as a rotovap. The main purpose of this rotovapor is to remove the solvent, and this is very useful especially for a synthetic organic chemist as well as an inorganic chemist, for those who are using a synthesis part. So the main purpose of this one is to remove solvent once you do a workup after reaction is complete. This better advantage of this one is in conventional people use normal distillation or steam distillation to remove solvent from an organic reaction, but here we use a chiller unit to condense the solvent. This is a chiller unit. It can go up to -20. If you want to use a -20, we can use IPA as a solvent. It has to be poured here. If you want to use 0 degree, water is more than sufficient to act as a chiller unit. So then you need a pump which can give a vacuum, thereby it can distill the solvent at lower than its boiling point. This is the very good advantage of a rotovapor than steam distillation. So the key advantages are it requires a short time and a low temperature, so sensitive compounds can be used to distill in this way. And especially this rotovapor is made by ICAR. So this is a water bar, and here we can set up the temperature. And this is stirring control, which is a digital. You can see now it is stirring at 90 rotations per minute, and we can uplift the motor using a button system. So you can uplift or downlift the motor. So this is completely a German-made instrument. The pump is indigenous from Sigma Scientific. The advantage is it can go up to -20. We can remove high boiling solvents like DMF, with 140 or DMSO at a lower boiling temperature. So that's why we prefer -20 for high boiling solvent. So in a nutshell, the cardinal part of rotovapor is it can be highly useful for an organic chemist or inorganic chemist, especially those who are doing synthesis.